Out with the old and in with the oldest. The Boston Bruins traded Justin Brazeau in return for someone they traded last year and could have just kept in Jakub Lauko. So buckle up, Bruins fans. I'm here to give you the latest info on your beloved Boston Bruins. If you've been liking my Bruins content, please leave me a like and subscribe. If you've already done so, thank you, and let's get into it. As always, I'm just going to do quickies right here just because it is the trade deadline, so I'm just going to try and get you the info. And to be honest, I was going to bed when this broke last night. The good news is we all know who Lauko is and what to expect from his game. But the inevitable happened and Justin Brazeau was traded. The full trade reads like this. Boston Bruins general manager Don Sweeney announced last night, March 6th, that the team has acquired forwards Marat Khusnutdinov and Jakub Lauko and a 6th-round draft pick, which was originally theirs, from the Minnesota Wild in exchange for Justin Brazeau. Khusnutdinov, 22, has appeared in 57 games with the Minnesota Wild this season, recording 2 goals and 5 assists for 7 points. The 5'11", 176-pound forward has skated in 73 NHL games, all with the Wild, totaling 3 goals and 8 assists for 11 points. The Moscow, Russia native was originally selected by Minnesota in the 2nd round, 37th overall, we do like that number here in Boston, of the 2020 NHL draft. Lauko, 24, appeared in 38 games with Minnesota this season, recording 3 goals, 3 assists for 6 points. The 6'1", 193-pound forward has skated in 121 career NHL games with Minnesota and Boston, totaling in 9 goals and 14 assists for 23 points. The Prague, Czechia native was originally selected by Boston in the 3rd round, 77th overall, in the 2018 NHL entry draft. Lauko was also huge in the room last year, so when he got traded this offseason, it kind of put a damper on the players. Brazeau, 27, has appeared in 57 games with Boston this season, recording 10 goals and 10 assists for 20 points. The 6'6", 227-pound forward has skated in 76 career NHL games, all with the Bruins, tallying in 15 goals and 12 assists for 27 points. The New Lisker, Ontario native was originally signed by Boston as a free agent in 2024. He had a great playoffs for the Bruins last year. He started out great this year, but his lack of speed and honestly lack of using his size caught up to him, and he just wasn't as useful for the Bruins this year, and he sat more than he played. To me, this trade is what it is, but surprised the Bruins took a speed and skill guy with Khusnutdinov. I'm trying to say that right. I do apologize if I continue to say this incorrectly. All the size the Bruins acquired in this offseason has been shipped out the door, and they brought back in some speed and skill and energy guys like Lauko. I wasn't a fan of the Lauko trade to begin with last year, as I thought they brought energy to the lineup, and he didn't hurt you, and he was strong on the forecheck. He isn't slow and can be effective bottom 6 guy. Lauko by no means is a guy that can score, but as I mentioned, he's a bottom 6 guy, and he's got better pace of play than Brazeau did. You know, my issue with Brazeau is his skating. It was absolutely terrible, and Lauko's was good. It never made sense how big and slow the Bruins got, and they got rid of all their speed and skill, so I don't mind this deal. Khusnutdinov is a project and currently has one of the worst shooting percentages in the league, but maybe the Bruins see something in him. He hasn't shown any offensive upside, but he has the tools, so hopefully the Bruins can turn him into a player. If not, he's on an entry-level contract, so you can just send him to Province and hope he develops. This isn't the blockbuster we've been looking for, but it's a trade nonetheless. And at least they got something for a player that wasn't going to be back next season. I was a fan of Brazeau at the start of the season, but slowly I saw a lot of holes in his game. Mind you, the whole Bruins team has a ton of holes in their game. I am kind of applauding Sweeney a little bit for actually getting assets for his players lately. Last year and previous years, he just let guys go and we got nothing for them. Nonetheless, thank you for your time in Boston, Mr. Brazeau, and we wish you nothing but the best in Minnesota. As always, I want to hear from you and your thoughts on the deal. Does this even matter at this point? That's a wrap on today's video. To stay up to date on all the news surrounding the Boston Bruins, please subscribe and drop me a like. If news breaks surrounding the Boston Bruins, be sure to check out the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, thank you, and I'll see you next time.